So I want to show you something hilarious because we know that these consultancy companies, they do their best in order to give the Californian Innsmouth look to female characters. But rarely do we get the opportunity to see the before and after, to see what actual changes they do to the model. And here you have the perfect example, right? Now on the left is the initial character. And on the right is the consultancy result. Now, I want to say that I do talk with AAA developers, and there are many such cases. Like I have seen artwork from video games that I can't show you because the developers asked me not to. But many times, like, this is exactly what's happening. Like you have a beautiful, normally drawn female character, and then they go through the process, and it comes out like on the right. And you have communists justifying this, right? Like communists that I'm willing to bet don't even play the game. And when I say communists, I don't mean it as an insult. I mean it like they themselves admit that they are communists. Like it's in their bio. They have various bizarre paraphernalia, like violent hammers and violent sickles, right? You know, with angry faces. And they all make it about sexuality. Like no one, literally no one said anything about sex. And these people are like, oh, I can't jerk my shit. You know, like, I'm genuinely curious, if these people go in a museum, heaven forbid, and see Renaissance art, or they see, like, a statue of it, do they start jerking it literally like that? Like, they have no self-control? Because the only reason you would say something like this is because that's what you think. Like that is what you think, so you're projecting it upon other people. But not to mention, you know, like, they don't even understand that the male gaze is unstoppable. Like if I need to jerk off, I can do it to almost anything, right? Like, even the picture on the right, like, I can do it just to spite you, right? I will look you in the eyes while I do it, and the picture is behind you, just to prove a point that it can be done. But this is not the issue, right? Because I know where to find porn on the internet. Like, I have porn, it's fine, you know, it's free, it's accessible, I'm an adult, I can consume it. That's not the issue. The issue is that we know why you are making these changes. You are making these changes to demoralize people, to think that, oh, women look like on the right. And I gotta say, it's actually successful. Because I posted last year, and I said this in the previous video, but I posted on Twitter a picture of a Romanian barista. Right? A young girl that's serving coffee, and I found it from Google. It's just like the first link that popped up. And they were saying, oh, that women don't look like this. That's a supermodel. I was like, I'm sorry, but I actually do have a life. Believe it or not, you know, like your whole meme with touching grass. Yeah, I do touch grass. Yeah, no, I do. And I went to universities, and I went to high school. And I have to say that the female characters on the right are actually unrealistic. Like I don't think I ever saw a woman in real life that looks like the monstrosity, the abomination that is in front of me on the right. Like that shit can't be cosplayed. If I go to the university and I try to ask women to cosplay that, they can't, because they actually have tits and they have big hips. They just wouldn't make a realistic cosplay. You know, I keep saying that Jinx from League of Legends is the hardest female character to cosplay, right? But as you can see, you know, like, all these changes are so fucking bizarre. You know, like a change to the visceral cranium, as Learning the Law likes to put it. Why would you do that? What is the purpose for doing that? You know, why are you making her arms larger? Why are you shortening her hips? Why are you changing her body position? And again, you know, like, it's the constant war against the male gaze. Like, they're afraid that someone somewhere out there may jerk off to their character. And I'm thinking, like, dude, it's Pokemon Go. Like, my dick would never respect me if I even tried to. Like, there are other things on the internet, and even if you were so inclined to do it with Pokemon Go, there is better artwork out there than some 3D rendering. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely batshit insane. Like these individuals, the fact that they're not mocked off the internet and laughed at every single point, it's bizarre. But the thing is, like, it has started. Like, I do see people just farming these individuals for the lols, because that's what they deserve. It's like, you know, you can have whatever opinion you want. That's fine. But these opinions are so deranged. It's like, oh, well, if I can't jerk my shit to Pokemon Go, like, yeah, if I can't puke to the art that I'm seeing in front of me, then it's not art, is it? unironically, if you look at modern art, like the shit that the liberals are now doing in their campuses and stuff, like menstruating over flags and being naked, like freeing the nipple and all of that stuff, that is their art, right? So, like, if art isn't disgusting, I guess, it's not art, is it? The interesting thing is that I don't even criticize that. I just don't buy it, but it doesn't bother me that some woman goes to this art event where you have like some lady menstruating on a flag or peeing in front of the auditor. Like that's literally what they're doing. Like the internet is filled of these modern art pieces, right? And that's fine, but keep them to yourself, I don't understand why it has to be imposed on me. And the thing is, like, again, why can't they at least find a balance between the left and the right? Like, surely there must be some middle ground, right? So first of all, it bothers them that the character is white. Like that no. But the fact that it bothers them that the character is female is interesting, right? Like, now if you read that Capcom and you know what the consultants say, they really hate characters that fit into a gender. But for some reason, they don't pick on the male characters. Like Kratos can be the barbarian physique. Like, that's fine. However, when it comes to female characters, that's not fine, right? So again, it needs to change the visceral cranium. It needs to make sure that it doesn't have any titties. And I legitimately, talked on my server yesterday, and I was asking, can you guys name me a Western game that came out in the last 5 years where a female character is thin and has these size breasts? Like, that was it, just these size breasts. I mean, they exist in reality, right? If you look at the percentages of women with these size breasts, it's quite high. You can look at marketing, they sell bras for these size because there is a demand for them. But for some reason, those women never get represented, ever. In Western video games, they just don't exist anymore. They don't exist in comic books. They don't exist at all. And I'm not saying, have cleavage or anything. Just have these size breasts. You can cover them up. That's fine. Like put a shirt on them, put a rag on those tits. Like, that's okay. They do not even want to represent those. Everyone has the Brie Larson's ass. In other words, no ass at all. That there is no tushy. Marvel did this. They have this TV show that they're making. All the female characters flat as a board, like Tracer. No more asses at all. And it's like, okay, so your obsession is for people not to jerk off, and the level of I don't even know to say, the way they view men, right? These soy boys and these people that lack testosterone, and the way they view men is they think men are like animals. The moment they even see anything remotely sexual, they just start jerking off. So it's their duty, it's their obligation to make sure that any type of art, even in mature games, you can have all the hyper violence, and you can scramble a zombie's brain. All of that is fine, and a lot of blood on the screen, but make absolutely sure that there isn't any sized breasts over there that may titillate the senses, because that would be dangerous to our democracy, I guess. But anyway, it's the Motte-and-bailey, right? It's when you attack what they're doing and you point it out, they immediately retreat to the castle, and it's like, no, I was just arguing against sexualizing children games characters. And when they're writing their own thesis, when they're writing their own academic papers, when they're talking to their consultants, it's we need to make sure that we have gender ambiguous characters, and we want to promote our agenda and everything like that. It's the Motte-and-bailey tactic. Yeah, sure. It's all about children's cartoon. Yeah, absolutely. Because we know that this is a game renowned for rivaling with Overwatch when it comes to adult content, huh? Let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. And if you like the channel, there is a link into the pinned comment that may take you to my Subscribe Star or my Patreon, and hopefully I will see you there so you can give me some donations in exchange for buyer's remorse.